healthy calf. One of the last. Alright. Welcome back to another video. It's Monday. We're just loading up some boards. We're gonna go down to the Constantine farm and finish our project. November's coming. The weather's changing. Real November's coming. Alright, these are the boards that we need for here so that we have somewhere to scoop up the manure when we're cleaning. So that's why we needed the trailer. I'll head back home now and get the four-wheeler down here so we can move our trailer back home once we're done. But we were working on this Friday. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. Hopefully we'll finish up today. And we're gonna start, after we're done here, we wanna bring all the cows down because they're about ready. But we're thinking of actually walking them down here because it is literally just 2 farms over for the cows to walk. And we have to just take all the back fields. We have to talk with my uncle and the other property owner and ask them if we can walk our cows to their farm. But that's kind of the idea that we're kind of thinking of, instead of putting them all through the trailer, because all the calves that are coming down here have to go back to the farm once they get weaned here. And like, we don't know when we're going to wean them, maybe in January. So it's just a lot of back and forth we don't really need to do. And if we can establish a nice route, basically back through there is the farm. So we run them, they're more down towards the highway at the farm, so we just run them up to the back of our farm and run them down this way. It takes a lot of wires and temporary fences, but I think it could be done. So I'm gonna start thinking about that. All right, here's the idea. The farm's down there. That's the big tree, and there's a big hill coming up here. So these are 2 hay fields. There's a road going down the middle, so we're gonna put a wire on both sides of that road, bring them up into here. And this is where the fall group was this fall calving. Grazing that cover crop, if you don't remember. Go check the other videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, this whole field is fenced recently, so it's got power on it. So we'd bring that spring group up from where they are into here. We'll take down all the fences that we use, the temporary wire, and then we'll reset them to go this way. So this is where our farm ends, and this is our uncle's side, and that's also a hayfield that's been recently cut, and there's a ditch running along here. So we're gonna run a temporary wire here and a temporary wire here to make an alley to go right to the Monte Steiners. Is a public road that comes up through here. So that's where we were. Now we just have to come make a road here. This comes to the public road, the Monte Steiner. And then this is also my uncle's land, this plowed field. So just over to those trees is the other boundary line for the next farm. But we're getting pretty close because the wintering site's just over there. Here's the problem part, is there's a fence here and a ditch, and it's just over there. So you have to go at an angle. We have to find a way of crossing, getting the cows to cross. We have to open up the fence. I mean, cows got 4-wheel drive, right? So they can go through anything. So we just have to figure out exactly where we would cross and make sure they're gonna want to eat. So we have to keep them moving. So that's the problem, is getting them from this side to the other side. All right, so this is the other side. Over there's the fence. There's another fence here. Whoa. And the barn's right there. So it's very close. It's just have to come at an angle here. But I think we're gonna talk to some people to get this thing set up. We just gotta basically cut 2 fences. We can paint their barbed wire and page wire, so no big deal. And then we can just run them straight into the wintering site from here. basically have to cut the page wire here and pull a post maybe to make a kind of like a gate, a page wire gate, and then voila! Without any fossil fuels, we can move 182 head of cattle. Way faster than 2 trucks and 2 trailers, because they're going to walk themselves. We just have to figure out how far we have to go with our temporary wires, make sure that we have enough. I have about 6 reels or so. I have 2 big reels that have at least 2 kilometers of wire on it. So I think we can do it. We just have to figure it out. So I'm gonna think about doing that whole project. Run it past my brother, see what he thinks. Meanwhile, we're gonna finish putting this little wall up so we can push manure up against it. All right, so that's the idea. Just another wall. I have to trim the edge here because I'm afraid I was gonna catch it with the bucket, but we probably will end up wrecking this in no time, but it's quite temporary for now. All right, let's get going on the rest. The wiring. Do some wiring here. All right, that took a little longer. The reel kind of rolled up on me. I was yanking on the wire to get it out of the reel, and it just bundled up and it got stuck, and I had to end up cutting pieces out, and it's quite frustrating when these things don't work. So we're missing two tighteners to get this tight. That's all we're missing, and we're almost done here. It just took a while to unroll the wire because it was a disaster. All right, so we're all done here. Hard to see, but there's 2 new gates here. I'm just checking the power. We got 9,000 over there, so hopefully everything has power on it. Just double checking. Everything has, there we go. That's a fair bit of power. That's gonna keep the cows where they're supposed to be. That's the famous TikTok handle. I made a TikTok yesterday. It's over 800,000 views on that one. It's pretty funny. It's a famous gate handle. I'm gonna keep it there. Anyways, yeah, I'm just making sure that I jumped all the power properly so that everything has power. Yeah, we're good. I think everything has power on it. Yeah, cool. All right, now operation. Find a way to get all the cows down here the fastest way and the safest way possible. So we gotta try to do that now. Actually, I'm gonna check this. Kind of came up with a new way of making a gate handle. Kind of like this. You just gotta know where to grab. You can grab here. You can't grab here or there because you'll get 9,000 volts in you. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So yeah, these gate handles have been tested. Everything's been tested so it opens properly without frustration or, you know, needing 2 hands and pulling like a maniac. So they work. All right, we're done. Where do I live? I can't find my home. Find my home. Cool. This is where I live. All right. Well, I want some like high definition here, bud. Oh, this farm. All right, cool. I hate my computer. All right, let's measure. Let's measure. Do I know how to measure? No, I don't know how to measure. Oh yeah, I do. Look, swirly wheel. My computer's already
fucking broken. Junk. Fucking piece of fucking shit. Okay, so this is Operation Crazy Idea. And that's basically what we're gonna be doing. So from this point straight, that's pretty easy because this is where we can hold them. We can reset everything up. We have a gate right here. And then from here on it gets squirrely, so we gotta do cross the road, these two farms are this farm, and this farm is my uncle's. This is a fence line we have to cut into. And well, it's not very accurate here, but it's more like we have to, oh god, what did I do now? We have to move it like that, yeah. Mind this line, yeah, never mind. So yeah, there's a big ditch here, and there's a culvert right here, so we have to come in like that, so we have to make a big check. And then from here, it's really just across the whole hayfield. And obviously, you saw where that pond was, that's another fence we gotta cut. And if we get here, we're home free, because that's where we gotta go. You can see it looks like crap. A lot of manure here. It was a wet year. Anyways, so that's the plan. It's 1900. It's just under 2 kilometers. So that's better than 1 year we just did this, actually. 1 year we did this. Yeah, that's right, we walked them up the train tracks 1 year. That's when there was a lot of snow on the sides, and the train wasn't running very often, but now it does all the time, so that's the plan.
Whoa, what? We're just trying to figure it out. We're setting up some posts. We went out and bought some more posts. We figured how much, we need about 100 posts. Alright, it's really windy today, but hard to see, but we got a wire going all the way back, and we got another wire on this side going all the way back. Like I said, it's hard to see, but here it is. So, I got some notes here. Just gotta find the paper. Okay. So the madness plan. Is so it's 1,203 meters from the field up there where we're gonna hold them over to the wintering site. So that's a total of 2,406 meters on both sides of the alley, right? So that's how much wire we need. We have around 460 meters per reel, and we have well, we have 2 here. We have 2 set up already. We have another 2 coming on the way. We gotta go pick up the field. So we have 6 reels, and that's we need 5 reels. So we should have enough of everything to make it happen. Just trying to get a hold of my uncle, let him know that we'd like to do that across his land, and we have to get in contact with the other property holder, then we can hopefully get it done. So the deal is that we have to feed the cows. We don't like moving cows that are hungry, so we're going to feed them, let them drink and eat, and then move them. So the deal is, so right after maybe an hour after we feed them, we start moving them. We move them up the road, up to the holding paddock there. We know that there's power and it's secure there. They're not going to bugger off on us. Then we're going to have to take all this wire down, and because we won't have enough if we keep all this wiring up and then try to do the rest of the wiring. So we have to take all this wiring down, set up the rest of the stretch. We need to block the road, so we need somebody at the road just making sure that we can pass through the wiring. And once past that, then it's pretty free. So that's what we're doing. It's madness, but I figured the cost and the time it takes, we're better off to do it like this. Once we're established, we can do this every year, and we can do it both ways. So if we got to bring cows down this way, we can do it the other way. If we got to bring weaned calves, I don't know if we want to do that, but if we have to, we can bring weaned calves through here. So I mean, this is kind of an important route to learn. So once we have this down packed, it shouldn't be so bad. We used to do it on the railway tracks. It's obviously a lot quicker because it's a straight line, but we have to. First of all, we don't have permission to do it. We never asked. We just did it because there was no train running. Now the train is inconsistent, so it runs even on Sunday sometimes. So we have no idea when it's going to run. And well, the fencing would actually be easier because it's a straight line. You know, you can, it's a lot easier. But we don't have permission, and worst case, the track is straight from Thurso all the way almost to Plaisance. It's straight, but just after our farm, maybe a kilometer down, it does a dirty turn, and you can't see around that corner. So you never know, once you leave this farm and start heading down with the cows, if there's a train coming around that corner. So that's the big bummer, If we had a clear stretch all the way to Thurso, no problem. But if down there, as soon as you get them on the tracks, the train starts coming in. Something made out of nightmares, stuff like that. So I don't want very low risk. So it has to be a calculated risk, and it has to be very low. I think this is, if we get a couple more people, we should be able to do this. Like, it should take probably 30 minutes to get the cows down there. Cross your fingers. It takes up more time just to set up. But it's better than nothing. I don't really know. Anyways, enough of me ranting. We have enough material. We just got to get permission and get it done. Alright, so I just talked with my dad, and he's down for it, and talked with my cousin, the neighbor to us, and he said he's all fine with it, and he's gonna come help us. So it's Monday now. We're gonna probably do it Wednesday. Tuesday we got some skinning to do at the abattoir, so we'll be busy then. So figured, yeah, Wednesday should do it. Just have to cut some fences and string some wire. Yeah, and make sure someone's at the road, making sure no one runs through our stuff. So as for that, for now, we gotta go to the abattoir with the steer. So she's got the scale, the truck's warming up. Starting to feel like November again. The weather's starting to cool down. It's actually just windy. It's 13 degrees, but it's just a wind. Alright, let's back this up. Nice one. Boy. Not a nice one. That's as nice as they get, those steers. Alright, so I just dropped that steer off at the abattoir. We'll be busy with him tomorrow. Tomorrow should be an exciting day for me. I got to do all the feeding, but then we'll get going on that electric wire connecting here to the other farm. Should be pretty fun. Just gotta go ahead from everybody, so should be a pretty good time. Well, I was stressing over nothing really. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, it's not like we're running cows down the highway or down the railway track. It's just through the back, so should be fun. I'll be excited to do that. And stay tuned. Thanks for watching.